Many locations are well known for being so well kept and secretive that you can never get there. This is about the extremely secure locations, the kind that are kept so secretive you might not even be aware of them. Let's examine 10 of our top picks of the most heavily guarded places on Earth. Number 1. Air Force One. Though you would assume it's the name of a military installation, Air Force One is actually the name of an aircraft. It is, to be more particular, the president's aircraft. The president will obviously have his own aircraft since he must be able to travel at all times. This plane is always under lockdown, only accessible by those who are maintaining it. The aircraft is equipped with a few fascinating characteristics as well, such as the capacity to refuel while in the air, EMP protection, and the ability to serve as a base of operations when needed. It also boasts a large kitchen and an operating room staffed by a full-time physician. It is undoubtedly the best way to get to almost any golf course in the globe. Number 2. Area 51. Unquestionably, one of the most secure locations on Earth. People from all over the world have been enthralled by the mystique and special use airspace of this part of the Nevada-based Air Force Base. The perimeter is surrounded by motion-activated sensors. Conspiracy theorists say that the grounds are home to mythical alien technology, which is why armed security teams are always roaming the area and keeping an eye on potential intruders. Another rumor is that one of Area 51's top-secret programs involves experimental weapons testing. This is a well-guarded secret of U.S. security, the details of which we may never fully understand. Number 3. The Bank of England Gold Vault. Sadly, exploring the Bank of England's Gold Vault is not one of the many incredible things to do in the UK. With more than 400,000 gold bars stored there, the Bank of England has one of the biggest gold reserves in the world, in addition to being the largest in the United Kingdom. This vault is extensively secured with a 3-foot-tall key lock and a blast-proof door speech recognition lock system. Furthermore, the public is still unaware of various security methods that are employed in the vault. Thus, the gold is being kept safe in an impenetrable underground fort. Except for the King or Queen of England, banks, and other international government organizations, the vault is not accessible to the general public. Next up, number 4, Fort Knox. This is also thought to be among the safest locations on the planet. Here, a 22-ton door conceals the great majority of the country's gold reserves, which stood at 5,000 tons as of the most recent count. The centerpiece of this almost impenetrable fortress, the vault door, is locked and requires a combination that can only be entered by 10 distinct staff members, each of whom only knows a portion of the code. It's hardly surprising that several European nations decided to store their gold reserves primarily in Fort Knox during World War II, knowing the comprehensive safety measures in place. Number 5. Cheyenne Mountain Complex. The well-known Cold War relic known as the Cheyenne Mountain Complex is situated below the Rockies and is self-contained and designed to withstand nuclear attack. NORAD, which is based in the Cheyenne Mountain Range, spends its days looking for potentially dangerous Russian missiles. The bunker is located around 2,000 feet below the surface of the Rocky Mountains and is capable of withstanding a nuclear strike. Modern technology is being upgraded there by scientists to shield it from electromagnetic weapon beams. The Cheyenne Mountain Complex became a major Cold War preventive against long-range bombers in the late 1950s. Number 6. Doomsday Seed Vault. The Doomsday Seed Vault was first constructed as a place to store extra sample seeds. In the event of a global tragedy or a doomsday apocalypse, the intention is to supply enough seeds to grow food. The world will never face a food shortage in this manner. Access is only allowed by high-level authorization and is situated on a remote, lonely rock island in the Arctic Circle. To guarantee no breaches, security is also unbreakable. High-tech airlocks, reinforced concrete walls that can withstand a bomb blast, and motion sensors are used extensively to protect the vault. Number 7. ADX Florence. ADX is among the jails in the United States with the highest level of security. Considering ADX, Florentine is a maximum security prison. Only the worst of the worst are kept here. Prisoners are provided the necessities, such as food and a bed, but they also spend up to 23 hours a day alone. It is undoubtedly not a place for personal development. Rather, it serves as a barrier to keep you apart from the outside world. It makes sense why a former warden of the ADX called it a cleaner version of hell. Number 8. The White House. A highly guarded area of 18 acres borders. The President of the United States resides in one of the most secure buildings in the world. It is without a doubt one of the world's safest buildings. With an iron fence encircling the entire property, bulletproof glass, as well as a dedicated Secret Service detail dedicated to safeguarding the President's family at all times, it remains one of the most heavily guarded buildings in the world. Number 9. Guantanamo Bay. Since its establishment in 1903, the naval base in Cuba survived numerous times of instability, including the Castro years. It was strengthened in 2002 to serve as a prison for notorious terrorists, as well as others arrested in Afghanistan and Iraq. Stories of violations of human rights have been reported ever since, and despite efforts to close it down, its dangerous inhabitants have kept it open. Despite being on an island, there is a lot of security surrounding it because there are motion detectors, security cameras, as well as a naval force nearby, along with stories of minefields. Although there is much debate about how awful the facility is, the level of security matches up with the deadly intentions of the prisoners. Number 10. Haven Co. Moving on, we have the relatively unknown yet fascinating story of Haven Co. Essentially, the concept behind Haven Co. was to provide servers for hosting a wide range of data. The only content that was prohibited was really malicious content, like hacking. This location was extremely secure because it is part of Sealand, a separate nation. This building was constructed out of the sea with the primary objective of housing Haven Co.'s servers. Its objectives have shifted significantly since 2000, and now it mostly provides cold storage for encryption keys or data rather than hosting. We have told you about the most guarded places on Earth and the security measures they have used to guarantee their safety. What do you think about these places?